welcome to Dragon's Breath. It's the DaVinci show where I ask your teachers questions that you want to know about while we eat progressively hotter wings and die. Today I am joined by the fabulous Dr. Moreno. He teaches music, more music, singing, more music, musical theater, some music, and is often in our place. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Mr. Lemon. Good to be here.
Good.
Yeah, just ready to eat some wings, some sparkly wings.
How are you?
I see.
We got some sparkly wings.
Do you guys see this? Look at this. They
can get a
actually
close-up?
put glitter on my wings.
I
I appreciate that.
thought we could maybe glitter it up a little bit more. Give it a good
Oh my
dusting.
gosh. Wow. You're going hard. All right, bring it. Yep.
Do you want to
here.
glitter your
Here,
own
I'll
wings?
glitter my own wings, sure. Wow, I feel like Tinkerbell. Just like spreading everything everywhere. This is
Super
great.
glittery. All right, how are you with your spice?
I am, let's say, okay, so this is what's embarrassing, is I'm half Latino. My dad's from El Salvador, but El Salvador is not a country known for its spice. And so I can do spice, but it's not something that I regularly seek out. So we'll see how we do today.
All right.
I'm usually okay with the occasional jalapeno or two, but we'll see what we do.
All right. Well, we're going to go on an adventure.
Yes.
Our first sauce today is El Clasico. Here.
Okay.
We'll start you off.
We'll start
Just
off
sauce
here.
your wings.
All right. I'm gonna
However,
go with this
whatever
one right
level
here.
you want.
And let's just start conservatively, shall we say, a little bit there.
All right.
All right, do we cheers?
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Here we go. All right.
This one's messy.
It is messy. And actually, the problem might be the glitter. Now that I'm anticipating, I might, like, inhale.
It's good for you.
Mm.
Everybody needs to have their lungs shiny.
That's got a good little kick. It's got a kick like my niece Isabel. She's 7. I appreciate that.
Cool.
Tasty.
All right. So I think we gotta go for this one first.
Okay.
It's the elephant at the door. I don't know what the expression is.
Okay.
You're leaving.
I
You're all
am.
mad about it.
Yeah, I'm
Half
sorry.
of the questions are why, and also why, and will you miss us?
Well, okay, so I'll address the why first. So, I don't know, I can kind of consider myself, sometimes I have what I call Mary Poppins syndrome, where I'll be in a position for, 5-6 years, and I just feel the need for a change every once in a while. And, I feel sometimes that I have given what I need to give in a certain spot or in a certain position in my life. And so I feel like I've done it. Like, I feel like I've done great things here at DaVinci. My kids have done great things. And I'm super excited just to see what they learn from somebody else. And
You've got Mrs. Morris coming back.
We do have Mrs. Morris coming back. For those of you that don't know, Mrs. Morris is the fabulous choir teacher that was before me. And so she's coming back to take it over again. And so if I got to give it over to anybody, at least I'm giving it over to her.
If we're going to lose you, if you don't know Mrs. Morris,
She's
go
awesome.
get to know her. She is amazing.
Yes.
Should we move on?
Sure.
You've been excited about this one.
Yeah, so, okay, I have to say this, too. I watched Mr. Gaji's episode. I watched Miss Taggart's episode. I don't get all the hate on the ranch, people. Like, what's the deal with that? I like some good ranch. So I'm excited to try this.
Let's try it, because I'm not a ranch lover. Let's see how it goes with a person who likes ranch.
Let's see if it's crap, but we'll see. And we'll take a
this
little
is
Shaquanda's.
Banghi Ranch.
Banghi Ranch. Banghi.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce that.
We're gonna go with that. All right. Good amount on there.
All right, cool.
Okay, let's see. That got me in the back of my throat a little bit. Okay. So,
I need your thoughts on this one.
yeah, I understand why they thought it was crap, but I would argue that is not ranch. That is not ranch.
What is this?
That tastes like pickle juice to me.
It's got, wait.
It's pickle
I gotta
juice
look at
with like pepper in it.
Does this have dill in it?
Does it have dill?
It has
Am I
celery
right?
seed in it.
Celery seed.
And
That's
it has
what I'm
dill.
tasting.
It has dill and celery.
See? Pickle juice,
It's
you guys.
pickle ranch.
You don't hate ranch, you hate pickle juice.
I love pickle juice.
Oh, well,
I like
don't know
pickle
what's
juice.
wrong with you,
I like to run, and that's what goes on with that.
then.
Okay,
All right.
next one.
Mm.
You have no idea how many times and versions of this particular one is.
Oh, great.
Where do you get your shoes? How many shoes do you own? And how do you choose which shoes to put on each day? For those of you who haven't done this, you need to before the end of the year. I don't pay attention to anybody's shoes ever, but
Should I take off the ones
I
have?
check out Dr. Moreno's shoes every single day I see him. So
Hang on.
you got some fancy guys today.
So these are the ones I'm currently wearing right now. Literally like a disco ball on my feet, which makes me very, very happy. I don't know. Let's see. So what was the first question? Like where do I get them?
Yeah,
right?
where do you get your shoes?
So a lot of my shoes I get from a couple different places. I love this place down in downtown Salt Lake on Trolley Square. If you know that little shopping center over there, there's this place called Spark.
Okay.
And they have fabulous clothes. Like my jacket came from there.
That's a fabulous jacket.
These shoes that I just showed you came from there.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have fun things. Very, very fun things. Very sparkly things. My ring came from there. So yeah, I go there often. That's usually where I go to get my clothes for jazz night. There's also a website that I love that's fabulous. It's called Just Men's Shoes. And they have all these fancy schmancy like European brands, and they sell them at closeout prices because they only have certain sizes available. And so you can get like $150 shoe for like $30 if you're lucky. And so I have like a pair of purple ones that I got from there. My blue ones that are sitting over there from there. Yeah, hold that up, Lemon.
We've got
These are his favorite ones, right?
I love these shoes.
Yeah, these blue ones are fun. Those spiky
What about
ones,
these spiky
those
guys?
came from Spark. Yeah.
These are Spark.
Those are Spark. Yeah.
I don't know if we can get a shot of this crest
at the
on the front.
artillery on that. I mean, it's crazy. So I get them from those two places. I also just keep my eyes out. Like sometimes I'll find a great pair of shoes at Ross, people. Like that's the thing is like my stuff looks expensive. It's not. Like everything's fake. These are all rhinestones. Like I doubt this is real gold. It looks good, but it's it's like budget good.
Budget
right?
good.
Yeah.
So what's your process in the morning?
Okay. Are you ready for this? I actually do have one. So first of all, I go in my closet. And I'm just going to take you through my whole entire coordinating of the outfits, right? So I go through my closet, whatever's first in line in my tops, and I decide whether I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt or a long sleeve shirt. That's the one that I coordinate with. And so that way I feel like I give equal time to all my clothes. Mm-hmm. And so the next one in line gets picked out. I pick a pair of pants to go with it. And then based on the color scheme of what I'm wearing, I pick my shoes. And my jewelry, and and my glasses too, because I've got interchangeable glasses frames. And so I believe in the rule of clothes should go together. They shouldn't be matchy. Mm-hmm. But like if you're wearing, so for example, like, and I think of the rule of opposites, right? So if I'm wearing some brown stuff, navy blue goes really well with brown. And so I might pair that, or, like if I'm wearing some yellow, maybe some purple, or like, I just kind of go opposite on the color spectrum. Yeah. So this is something that I actually do plan, and I enjoy doing it. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is, my process is grab clothes and hope they fit.
Yes.
Which we can tell.
Like, I am the first to admit that I'm almost like OCD.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't generally care what anybody is wearing, but I look forward to it. Like
and sometimes I'm really boring.
And sometimes yesterday you came in and we got to the school about the same time.
Yeah.
And we got out. The first thing I did is I'm like, okay, what's Max wearing today? And there was this part of me was like, oh.
It's kind of a letdown. I do have like normal, non-flashy clothes, and so sometimes I am a little bit more subdued. But that's how it works, guys.
I love it.
So yeah.
Okay, our next sauce is Cadejo. Angry Dog.
Angry Dog. All right.
All
I've
right.
met a few of those in my life.
I had a
Angry
student
dogs.
today who
He does look angry. Look at that. Yeah.
I think they have a pit bull and they got scratched by it and it was
Uh-huh.
scary. This is not as scary as a pit bull.
This one didn't want to come out, so I had to coax it. Okay, there you are, sir.
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's
Here we
see.
go.
Okay.
If you like habaneros, that one's real good.
Yeah,
If you don't like habaneros,
I
you
can
won't
see
like
that. It's like it's getting there. I feel this one. Yeah. It's not like critical danger mode yet, but it's starting to like camp out on my lips.
Yeah, you get a little bit of the,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
just a little bit of burn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far we're okay still. Yeah.
Our next questions are both from Mr. Croshaw.
Oh, I cannot wait.
He wants to know, who do you think is the most talented vocalist of our current era? Like, last, I don't know, that's like from the 60s on? That's
Uh-huh.
50 years?
That is so mean. That's such a hard question.
I know. Where do you go with this?
Like, Croshaw, what the heck, man? Okay. So, let's do this. I guess... Okay. I think what we have to do, to be fair, let's try, since I am a choir teacher, let's try to classify them by voice type, shall we? So let's see what we can do here. I personally love, I would be stupid if I did not mention Lady Gaga. I actually think that she is one of the best raw, talented vocalists that there is, simply because I didn't know when I first got to know her. Like, when I first got to know her, it was like back in 2008, I think.
Yeah.
And I was in college, and she just had, you know, her dance record out. I was like, I mean, she's cool. Like, she's got good stuff. I could dance to it. But then she did the medley at the Oscars or somewhere. I don't know, like, from The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
For Julie Andrews. And I was like, girl can sing. Right?
Yeah, I saw her on SNL live, and I didn't know Lady Gaga's face at that point. But it was around the same time. I was like, dang, this person's good.
Right?
And then,
Just
because
out of
all I heard
nowhere.
is the dance stuff.
Yeah. And she sings jazz, too. Like,
Her,
she did
her album with Tony Bennett. Oh my gosh.
Holy crap. Like, who could have imagined?
Go find that album.
Like, look for
Tony
Lady
Bennett.
Gaga
Lady
with
Gaga.
Tony Bennett. I think it's called Cheek to Cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that album if you don't know it. Like, your life will be changed because you're like, what the heck? Like, I didn't know she could do that. Let's see. So we've named Lady Gaga. I guess I would qualify her as a soprano because she sang pretty high in that medley. For altos, so we're going all the way back to the 60s, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we said, like 60s.
Yeah, let's say like
now.
the last 50 years.
Okay, so I mean,
because I think otherwise Nina Simone wins.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. For low voices, I have to say, like, Karen Carpenter had one of the most beautiful alto voices I've ever heard in my life. Again, kids, if you don't know who the Carpenters are, look them up. Look them up. I think we did a Carpenter song one Christmas. Cadenza sang "Merry Christmas, Darling." That's one of their songs. It's just really sad to me what happened with her. You know, like, she kind of had a hard life, struggled with like bulimia and stuff like that. But her voice, just so incredibly clean, so honest, and so simple. It was just a very pure instrument. I love that. We
had a Carpenter's. So growing up, we had this record player. My mom had a bunch of like singles that we listened to, and from most of it's like 1960s stuff, and a bunch of it was the Carpenters. And when I was little, it made me fall asleep because it's like. But it's also her voice is soothing, right? And as I grew older, I found those albums in my parents' some random room, in my parents' house. Yeah, and I had forgotten how much I enjoyed. Her voice, especially on vinyl. Yes. I sound like a hipster, but it sounds better on vinyl. Right. Okay, so moving on. Like, this is taking long, so I'll kind of speed it through. Yeah. Tenors, high singing.
voices. I really love Steve Perry from Journey. I love his voice. My mom would like kill me if she sees this and watches this and tells me like, Steve Perry, why do you like him? She hates him. But I think he was really fabulous. He's not with us anymore. But he had an amazing tenor voice. Again, just very honest, very, very raw, like, you know. And I have to throw a bonus one in there too, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. Love him.
Yeah. Like I always want to put my money at Chris Cornell.
Yeah, Chris Cornell too.
Soundgarden.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's the best
Yeah.
rock vocalist in my lifetime.
Yes.
But Chester Bennington can give him a run for his money.
So good. So good. Again, another life that was cut way too short. And then basses, I mean, is there anybody better than like Barry White?
No.
I mean, you know,
No.
like low voices. So
No.
there you go.
All right. This one's related. Also from Croshaw.
Okay.
Greatest entertainer.
Greatest Center. Okay, so
I don't know if it's the same thing.
it's not. It's not. So are we talking about like just overall. Like singer, actor,
All of it.
everything? Does
All
everything?
of it.
I would have to say Ms. Carol Burnett.
Really?
Burnett. And the reason why she comes to my mind immediately is because they recently did a special on her life. She just barely turned 90, I think. And it was like 90 years of laughter, and like it showed how she created her own variety show at a time when only men did variety shows.
Yeah.
And she sings, she acts, she dances, and you know, Slee would probably argue with me that she's not much of a dancer, but I think she does pretty good for not having training as a dancer. She was Princess Winifred in Broadway for Once Upon a Mattress. She's built this whole entire empire, and she's inspired so many people in Hollywood and in the movies, and I just think she's wonderful. And on top of that, she's just a really nice person, you know, and she's very approachable and very humble.
If you don't know Carol Burnett, go look her up.
Look her up, kids. Again,
we're talking about old people.
I'm old. Sorry.
I know all of them, but
yeah,
you know, we're getting up there.
Yes, we are.
Next wing?
Next wing. Let's do it.
All right. My personal favorite, Los Calientes. Here you go.
Los Calientes, Verde. All right.
French was the language I learned, not Spanish.
Yeah.
I chose French in high school because I could, the ratio of girls to me.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I met my wife in French class.
Oh, that's romantic. I like that. All right.
I like a green sauce.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
If you like serrano peppers.
Yeah.
That is super serrano.
That's tasty. I like that. Mm-hmm. I could probably quite a bit of that.
I had to test out the gold leaf on these wings. This was my sauce of choice.
Okay.
All right. I didn't know this was a thing, but our next question got asked by Mrs. Goodman and I think Mrs. Hetland and at least another person that I can't remember.
Okay.
And is which Spice Girl are you?
I probably would be. Spice Girl. I don't know. Like I'm probably like I would want to be Scary Spice, but I don't think I'm her. I'd probably be like the boring one, like Posh or like Ginger, maybe like one of the generic ones that people forget about. Because like I have the personality that like I put on a lot of flash, you know, like I put on an outward appearance of being very outward and very, you know, but really I'm actually kind of a quiet person. I really enjoy my alone time and so yeah, I think I'd be more comfortable in that group being like one of the girls in the back and just being like, yeah, I'm here, I'm fabulous, I'm a Spice Girl, but I don't have to be the front person. Because everybody remembers Scary because she's the one that does the rap in Wannabe and like, you know, she's got the big hair and like all the good stuff. And so even though I would like to maybe be her, I think I'm more of like a Posh or a Ginger.
Cool.
So.
All right. I have no idea.
90s.
I know what Ninja Turtle I am. I'm Donatello, but I do not know.
I love Leonardo. I'll tell you why, because he has the best weapon. He's got the sword, man. He's got the sword. Although I do love the attitude of Raph. I love Raphael's attitude. He's so sassy.
I have a feeling. I always feel like you can tell a lot about a person who's our age by which Ninja Turtle is their favorite. My favorite is Michelangelo, but because that's who I wanted to be. Yes. Just like the funny
Everybody
guy.
did. Yeah.
Everybody loves Michelangelo. And like I have friends who want to be Raphael. That's like they want to be.
Nobody wants to be Donatello.
But I love Donatello.
He needs to be there.
We have to have Donatello.
Needs to
otherwise
be there.
Nothing works.
But again, he's kind of like he has a stick,
and he's awesome with it.
He's awesome with it, but it's a stick. Let's be honest.
Okay, let's move on. Our next one is Brooklyn Deli's ghost pepper sauce. This one is kind of curry.
All right.
Cheers.
Okay. All right.
Going back in for a second bite. Nice.
Yeah. All right, we're feeling it. There it is. My face is starting to sweat now, everybody. So.
All right. So, lots of questions just about music. What's your top role that you want to play? You can play any role in a musical. What role do you want?
The Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
Why?
Because I love Beauty and the Beast so much. Because everybody thinks that it's about Belle.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thinks it's about Belle. It's her story. I'm like, no, it's the Beast's story. It's his story. Because to me, it's all about how a person can make terrible, horrible decisions in their life, and they still can come back from it. And
it's a redemption story.
They still can be a good person in the end. And plus, I just love the music of Alan Menken. Like, I love his stuff. I was singing along with The Whole New World today in class. Just a good songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
If I Can't Love Her is one of my favorite songs to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to be the Beast. Yeah.
Okay, so kind of in the same vein, if you had to listen for one song on repeat for 12 hours straight, which would ruin the song maybe, but you have one song. This is Mrs. Barker's question, by the way. What would it be?
One song on repeat for 12 hours straight.
12 hours straight.
Actually, probably Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Elton John's version. First of all, it's long.
Yeah.
It's like 6 minutes long, so you wouldn't have to listen to it as many times as maybe some other songs.
We did this last year.
We did
at
last year.
The pop
concert at the end of the year. I donned this jacket.
I had sunglasses.
The hat, right? Where is the hat?
Where'd the hat go?
The hat's somewhere. Anyway, I had a hat. And yeah, had like feathers and like the whole entire thing. Played piano. It was awesome. We had chimes going, like the choir sounded amazing on it. And it had been something that I had wanted to do with the choir ever since I got here. When we started doing pop concerts, I was like, I love this arrangement of it so much. I would love to do this with the choirs because I feel like it would be epic and awesome, and it was. So yeah, probably Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Elton John's version. Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Another one.
Torchbearers. We got a bald guy with a beard with a flamethrower. So I like this one.
All right. Bald guy with a beard.
It's got mushrooms in it.
Okay, yeah. So I was curious about this one because I saw it on the other episodes. I was like, I wonder if that's actually mushroom based.
It is mushroom based.
Okay, I love me a good
umami.
Umami. There you go.
Not liking it.
Oh, and it just hit my tongue. Now I know why we call it dragon's breath. It's like, it's coming out, people. Oh, I
remember
hate
you
that.
got milk.
I hate that. First of all,
like
it's
this
mean. It's mean. And, there's like a dirt thing to it that I'm not digging. And it sits like...
It's the mushrooms.
It sits right in that spot in your throat, like that almost wants to make you cough, like, oh, and it's still hurting me. Oh, okay.
You got extra. You got plenty. You want to go into the ice cream, you are totally fine to do that too.
Actually. So don't mind me. I'm just gonna get some ice cream. But go ahead.
All right. So while you're dying, please tell us which is your favorite class to teach.
Oh man, you guys, seriously. No, look.
This is Brielle Young.
So I love classes that I can teach where I get to do the unexpected. And that really can fit into any class that I teach. One class that I particularly enjoyed, though, I will say, is music appreciation. I actually was able to develop that class kind of out of nothing. They asked me to teach it, and I was like, I don't know how to teach that, so let me look up and see how to teach it. And I talked to Mr. Marshall, because he taught it, and I talked to Miss Elias, because she taught it. And I was like, okay, I don't like those ways. I'm going to come up with my own way. And there's nothing against Mr. Marshall and Miss Elias. Like, we all like to teach our own way. This is really hurting me. And it's, that's good. Tillamook. And it was really cool to do just because I was able to just nerd out about everything that I loved about music in that class with my students, and to go through the entire music history timeline and do that. Like, so I got to nerd out about medieval music. I got to nerd out about...
Where did you start?
Romantic. We started from medieval music.
So with original notation.
Gregorian
weird,
chant.
like they got... Oh, there aren't as many notes.
No.
We have a 12-note scale, and like I've seen music that have 7. Like they don't have sharps and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, no, it was a different system back then. Like what we know as the modern system of notation didn't come in until about the Renaissance.
Yeah.
And it was very rough at that time. And it was a French guy that actually developed it into what we know today. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. And there is this artist on YouTube called Hildegard von Blingen. That von Blingen that creates these cool music videos of modern songs in medieval music style.
Oh, I didn't know that was the name.
Yes,
I run into that every so often.
Yeah.
And like you'll be like medieval Metallica.
Exactly.
And Metallica translates incredibly well.
Totally does.
My mom would not agree. She was not a fan of Metallica, but
pardon my boogers.
Metal music has that old
Yes.
Classical
right.
organ. You put metal music through an organ if you can play it that fast. And it is killer cool sounding.
No, it's really cool because what I love about it is that the structure of a lot of this music, basically it's been the same for like almost thousands of years. Mm-hmm. And all we're doing is just reinventing the wheel every time.
Yeah.
Right? And just like arranging things differently and finding new chords. But the structure has been around for a long time.
And you can take the simplest chord structure, C, D, G, E, whatever,
right,
and write a million different songs,
right,
and you make it your own.
Yep. This is what we do, by the way, often. Like when we talk, we nerd out about chords.
Nerd out about music. I love music theory. My knowledge is super piecemeal, and I'll come bug Dr. Moreno and be like, well, why is this way? And I get a nice little private lesson, and it's great. Our next sauce is Angry Goat Pepper Company's Dreams of Calypso, otherwise known as Old Man Couch.
Old Man Couch.
It's a thing.
All right, let me take a whiff of this and see if I get what you're talking about. Oh, okay. I understand. That is Old Man Couch.
I have not smelled too many Old Man Couches in my life. That's probably...
I'm trying to do like the most microscopic amount as possible because I have a feeling this one's going to be mean. Okay.
It's got pineapple in it.
Well, pineapple's a good thing.
Oh, okay. I'm a little nuts.
You went hard, so...
Well, here we go.
Good luck to you. All right, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
The anticipation is almost as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you go, oh. Mm-hmm.
Then it built.
Yep. Holy cow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yep. Yep. That one's mean, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Mean. Am I shooting out flames yet?
Breathe through your nose. You'll want to bring it out through your mouth, but that makes it worse.
No.
So breathe through your nose.
I will do that.
Okay, we have a recurring segment in here where we find embarrassing pictures of you. I haven't come up with a good name for this yet. And we have several pictures that we need explaining. Dr. Moreno, we're going to put them up here on the screen up here.
I love this picture. I'm going to tell you why. So, this was when I was at Utah Festival Opera. Picked 4 students from Utah State to have an internship. And so I was doing Guys and Dolls and Barbara Seville and La Traviata with them and having a great time. This picture is from one of the themed costume parties that the casts would have. There were many.
Mm-hmm.
My apartment during that summer was known for having Mario Party tournaments galore. Like, we would play Mario Party all the time. Mm-hmm. I was always and will always be Wario when I play Mario Party. And I put that costume together out of like nothing. I had these awful like jogging pants that were purple. I had purple suspenders. I got the gloves from like the cosmetics department over at Walmart. They were like these like spa gloves. Mm-hmm. I drew the little W on them. I found the hat and the shirt from the DI, like those yellow things, and then I penciled on the mustache and the eyebrows. I thought I was a dead ringer for Wario. Like dead ringer. And so I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. And I did the eyeliner on my eyes. So, yeah, I love that picture.
All right, next up.
Oh, no.
This was like 9 by 8 pixels.
You know what's sad? Is I don't even remember what that picture was. I know that's my grandma in the background.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's my grandma. And fun fact, my grandma is where I get a lot of my singing talent from. My grandmother that you see there, her name is Linnell Rose. She was in her day an opera singer. Like she took lessons from this lady in Chicago named Madame Husa. And she would talk to me all the time about lessons with Madame Husa and how she would sing Madame Butterfly and like all these things. And so that's where my love of opera comes from, is my grandma. This picture obviously probably took place in Idaho somewhere, because that's where she was living when I had that look. That's probably when I was at BYU, Idaho. Sideburns, yeah, and just picking my nose and being dumb. My sister probably snapped that picture. Or this could also have been, we had many poker nights at my grandma and grandpa's. Mm-hmm. This could have been when my roommates and I went over and had dinner and played poker. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Next up.
I love this. I love this picture.
Sunglass Magician is what I think I named this.
Yeah. So notice the shoes.
Yeah.
Right? I still had my fabulous shoes. And I was known, this was at the University of Miami. This was during my doctoral studies.
This is what you do in Miami.
This is what you do when you get a DMA in music. This is what you do.
Go to Miami.
And what's funny is this picture wasn't even the wildest thing I ever did in Miami. Like this.
What are we doing?
So this is a scene from the opera The Ghosts of Versailles. And there is a scene in said opera where this Turkish entertainer gets up on the platform or the dais, whatever you want to call it, and is entertaining the masses. But in the meantime, what you don't see in this picture is there's another actor who's playing the character Figaro, if you've ever heard of him from the world of opera. Yes. He is disguised in drag, and the guy literally had like boobs out to here, and had a turban on, and was dancing in the background with her background dancers. Okay. And so they added this character for me because they thought it would be funny. It was not a singing character at all. I just literally stood there and was her bodyguard. And she basically went up and did things to me with the scarf, and I had to stand there and go, I don't like this. And so that's basically how I looked. And my director, Karen Levine, who's at the Metropolitan Opera, she loved my red shoes, and she's like, I insist you wear the red shoes. You must wear the red shoes.
I love how you were Nothing Man.
I was Nothing Man. That's what this is. I literally did not even sing. I did not do any part in it. But I love the expression, and this is Jenna Dulong, who's with me. She's a fabulous mezzo-soprano, one of my favorite people. So gracious, so wonderful and funny. She was hilarious. Yeah, one of my favorite moments, I didn't even sing a note. So
I love that so much. When I was in high school, I had a ska band. I was in a lot of bands. I don't remember the name of this one. But my friend Kyle wanted to be in it, and he couldn't sing.
Yeah.
And he couldn't play any instruments. So we're like, be Nothing Man.
Yeah.
And so he would just stand there and look menacingly at the crowd. And we wrote a song about him, and then we gave him a solo, and we just stopped singing and doing things and looked at him. And it was dumb.
Yeah.
But I love that even more now because you were Nothing Man.
That's right. Mr. Bodyguard.
Wonderful.
Yep.
All right. Time for the bomb.
Okay.
Woo! Prepare oneself for the bomb. I don't know how to explain the bomb.
Okay.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
Okay.
This is the bomb evolution, which is no longer made of pure battery acid.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. All right.
We got Flea in here.
Yep. All right. I am going to do like a microscopic amount of this because it says to on the label. Like the tiniest little drop. Oh, shoot. That's a lot. Okay.
I'm going to not try to pour the entire bottle with this one on it.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, yeah. Going hard again. Okay.
I mean, I'm the host. I kind of got to. Cheers. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, crap. I got it on my fingers.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Help. Oh gosh, it's going.
This one will find a place in you.
Oh,
and
no.
just decide it lives there.
Oh no. Help. Help, help, help. Oh.
Need more milk? We got plenty.
I am. Okay, I'm like down in this ice cream go.
Woo. Okay. For this next part, you need to be blindfolded.
Oh. All right.
We got you a feather boa.
This is the most elaborate blindfold I've ever had. I'm just going to hold it like this.
All right, so it is
I'm breathing
been
fast.
said that you have perfect pitch.
Yes, I do.
So while the wings of death and the bomb is burning a hole through your tongue, we're going to do a test.
Okay.
So up on the screen, we'll keep track of how many of these he gets right, maybe? So I'm going to play.
I got to find my milk.
I got 10 things for you here. I got 5 single notes, and I've got 5 chords. And we're going to see if you can get them right.
Okay.
And if you can do this, I will be absurdly impressed.
Okay.
Because I don't have perfect pitch.
All right.
All right. Our first note.
That's a C.
That is correct. 1 for 1.
A B.
That is correct. By that.
I was going to say that's an out of tune G.
It's an out of... Wow. We're going to retune that because I got grease on it, apparently, and screwed it up. There we go.
G.
That was better.
Yeah, G.
That one's an F sharp.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
It's an out of tune F sharp.
It's a slightly sharp F sharp. Because the guitar is, yeah. According to the guy right here, it's a slightly sharp F sharp. All right.
So that's an A.
That is an A.
Yeah.
And a
That's a D.
D. Okay. So we're 4 for 5, but we're like 4.5 out of 5.
I argue that one.
This is where it gets tough.
Okay. Chords, right?
Chords.
Okay. That's an E power chord.
That is exactly correct. That is impressive. No, that's crap.
Okay, so what do you have a capo on, or is that just
That's
face
just
value?
greasy fingers.
Greasy fingers. Okay, play it again. It's an F minor chord.
It's an F. Yeah, it's an F minor.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
One more time. Okay, that's what I thought. G7.
Yep. G major 7. That is so good. If you get this, I will be so blown away.
Okay, one more time.
Let's get that.
Okay, there it is. Yeah. C9.
Dang!
Is that it?
That is exactly right. Oh my! I got one more.
One more.
One
All
more.
right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. One more.
This one sounds gross.
Okay. Okay, that's tricky. One more time.
This is such a gross chord. I want it to resolve so bad.
A G augmented.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So augmented chords are gross sounding. We gotta.
They are gross.
They're so gross sounding.
They're gross sounding because they're. I mean,
there we go. We felt better now.
By the way, they're gross sounding just because they feel like they should resolve somewhere and they don't.
And they don't. And they're just tension.
They sit there like a zip that needs to pop.
They're super
Sorry.
cool to use in chord progressions. Like you see them all the time in metal music. But man, I hate the way they sound by themselves.
Nasty. It's nasty. Yeah.
That is impressive. That's like a 9.75 out of 10. Perfect pitch with hard, not normal chords. I almost threw a dominant 13th at you.
Oh, how
but
nice
I didn't want to try and make it with my fingers being all greasy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
More music's coming up.
Okay. All right.
This one is taco vibes only. It has distilled vinegar, serrano peppers, ghost peppers, reaper peppers, and coriander.
Coriander is good. I love me some good cilantro.
There you go.
My eyes are now watering, if you can't tell. So we're gonna just see how much I hate life now. All right, just a little dab.
Little dab will do you. I'm gonna save my shiniest one.
Seriously, Taggart, how did you do this? Like, she didn't even flinch.
Oh man, I eat a lot of food. Spicy food. I've only had 2 foods that have ever like affected her.
Yeah.
And we eat spicy food all the time.
Fun fact, you've got like a little glitter dribble.
So do you.
Right. So
we got glitter beards. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Okay. A lot of vinegar in that one.
Mm-hmm. I've tried it on tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Not my favorite.
Yeah.
You're so glittery. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's building. Yeah. So let's go.
Okay. While that's building, Ms. Hetland wants to hear the highest and the lowest note that you can hit.
Okay. That'll be hard doing it now.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're at number 9.
Like if I really stretch, okay.
What is that?
Which
by
is
the way?
not. That's wussy, you guys. That like my falsetto is actually really crap. Like I don't have much of a falsetto extension at all. That is literally just the E above. So middle C is here. There's another C. The E above that.
Okay.
So that's what I can get today. Lowest note. Let's see how low I can go. B flat. That's about my lowest.
I don't know how low I can go.
Yeah.
B flat. Yeah, I'm not in tune.
So yeah, like so middle C is here. There's another C, the B flat below that.
So you are down there.
So that's that's what, like almost a 5-octave range. So I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's not too shabby at all.
Yeah. You know, actually, this one, I do have to say, not as bad as the last one. It's not affecting me as bad.
Yeah.
So, I think it's the vinegar.
It cuts it. Acid.
Mm-hmm.
Key lime pie, which is like acid and sweet and cold.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently really good with this. Maybe I'll bring key lime pie one day.
Yeah, that might be a good thing. Key lime pie is one of my favorite things. Have you ever had actual key lime pie from the Florida Keys?
I have not had key limes. I've had key lime pie where I've made it from key limes, but their key limes have been shipped to Utah.
Right.
And you have to juice 400 of them.
Yeah, no. We're talking like the fresh off the tree, full of juice, like literally picked that morning, squoze into the pie.
No.
Like, so good. Experience it.
Go to school in Florida?
That's right. Go to school in Florida, kids. Yep. You can do stuff.
It's warm. You get hit by hurricanes.
Uh-huh.
That's fun.
Yep.
All right. We're at the last dab. The last dab Apollo.
This is the one.
We are 9 into this.
This is the one.
This is the one.
Oh, boy.
Here you go.
Fun fact, Apollo is my favorite Greek god. Why? Because he's the god of music. But he's also the god of the sun. Okay, here we go. Ooh. When a sauce is like orangey, I get nervous.
It's very orange.
So I'm putting like the tiniest little teardrop on
We got just a little dab.
Yeah, just a little one, because I am a wuss.
We'll go, we'll have a line.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Okay. Cheers. See you on the other
This
side.
is my shiniest one. I put more on than you.
Oh, it hurts. Oh,
Then it hurts.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
All right. So while we're filming this,
This is like. Oh. Oh. There's like a laser beam going through my tongue. Oh.
so while we're
dare you.
filming this,
How dare you.
we got some stuff. Here are some lovely sunglasses, if you would please.
Oh gosh. All right.
I will join you. Then there is a piano behind you. Would you like to grab the piano that is behind you? I'm going to get things out of the way. When I asked you the question about who you thought the greatest entertainer was, I thought there was a decent chance you were going to say Elton John. Because you love
He's up there.
Elton John,
He's up
and you
there.
told me that you enjoy him very much. So we got to sing along.
Yes.
I have brought with me, if you will sing along with me,
Yes.
Rocket Man
Oh, let me turn this down. It's a little active.
by Elton John. As the wings of death are moving through your veins,
All right.
we will, and I'm greasy, we will play this. You want to give us an intro?
Okay. Well, this one just kind of starts, doesn't it?
Sure.
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. Oh, it's hitting the back of the throat. Ah. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And he does fancy things that I won't do. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me rarely get to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. go, Rocket
There we
Man.
are.
Good one.
Dang.
Good song.
Off the cuff, no practice. I practiced a lot, so I got to cheat. Apollo sauce hitting your throat. 10
Singing in
sauces
falsetto.
in you, singing in falsetto, wearing a boa and fancy glasses. Woo. Dr. Moreno, this camera, this camera, this camera. What do you want the people of DaVinci to know?
Oh, man. I feel a lot of pressure because, you know, I'm leaving, right? And so I want you to remember some things. You know what? When all is said and done, you work hard, be good, and have faith in yourself and have faith in others. And you'll be just fine.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Good job, Dr. Moreno.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure.
It's been
I
a pleasure.
wish you the best of luck in your endeavors.
Thank you.
We will miss you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
This has been Dragon's Breath.